2 months ago, I uploaded, quote, new map and new remodel. YBA Stone-Free Update News to YouTube. 2 months ago, my hope was drained. And 2 months ago, I had reached my breaking point. I said the Stone-Free update isn't gonna change jack. That we're gonna have to wait another 4 months for the next update after that. That YBA will be dead in 8 months' time. And I thought wrong. People always say they were born too late to explore the world, born too early to explore the universe. But Joes, you all watching were born at just the nick of time to witness the birth of New Age. The YBA Renaissance is upon us. We interrupt your scheduled programming to bring you this special report. YBA's Crazy Diamond Rework has been confirmed for release this very month. Frankly, it could release any minute now, before this video even comes out. Please, dear God, not like last time I woke from. But that's not all, Joes. The pattern for these updates has been very plain and simple these past few months. If the update doesn't have a rework or new stand, it's not a big event. But if it does, it's like the goddamn Super Bowl. So, Joes, we have a big event on our hands. Not only can we expect a Crazy Diamond Rework, the long-awaited, most needed rework in the game, but we can expect a whole plethora of bonus content, including but not limited to new skins, new quality of life changes, new bug fixes, and most certainly, new balances. But will those balances really be worth it? Let's talk about that. Getting right into the meat and bones here. Heard it's good for viewer retention, so here we go. Whatever anybody has told you about the Crazy Diamond Rework, lies. All dirty, dirty lies. There's a lot of pessimistic rumors going around speculating that Crazy Diamond's quote-unquote rework is just going to be a new move, homing shards is what most people have agreed on, a rework to Rock Trap so that it isn't so retarded, and if we're good boys this Christmas season, maybe Uzu will sprinkle in a beatdown in there. You know what I say to that? Beat down these nuts! Don't actually, please. Because I got your counter evidence right here, baby. You ready to have your mind blown? Expectations numbed? Well, here we go. 3, 2, 1. The One Piece is real! No, I'm joking. Here's the evidence. Of course, I, of all people, would remember this, since practically my entire career has been made off of the whole Uzu clam drama. But, as you can see, right here in the fine print, we have absolutely wonderful news. And I quote from UzuKee's very own document. In this section, I will be clarifying other false rumors regarding Clam. The first one is that people believe he finished a Crazy Diamond Rework. This is false, and he only worked on 3 out of 8 moves. 3 out of 8 moves. Now, of course, we can't get our expectations up yet. This document is more than half a year old. It's been ages, so it's no wonder if the information ends up outdated. There's a chance that internal dev plans have changed since then. There's a chance the moves have been changed around or decreased or even increased. But considering 3 of the moves have already been started by Clam a while back, there's not much room for going back now. I can safely say, with 80% certainty, that Uzu plans to bless us from the heavens with 8 new moves for Crazy Diamonds. I mean, when has Uzu ever lied to save his own ass in a drama document? But now that 8 moves are confirmed, it's anybody's guess what the moves are. Now, 8 new actual moves for Crazy Diamond sounds absolutely ridiculous, so I can only assume Uzu really means 6 new moves, the other 2 being Stand Barrage and Stand Barrage Finisher, as he's done in the past with Stone Free. Using the process of elimination, simple 3rd grade ELA skills, folks, hoping you can keep up, we can safely assume that Crazy Diamond is going to keep its heal mode. Considering the teaser trailer, it's almost certainly getting homing shards as well, which, if you don't know, is the tactic he used in the final 1v1 between him and Kira in Diamond is Unbreakable, using his stand to reconstruct Kira's blood and therefore homing the shards covered in the blood directly towards Kira. Hopefully I gave enough fucks to put that on screen for y'all. Form Wall is really useless, so that's probably getting removed. And with Crazy Diamond already having homing shards, Bearing Shot might also get removed. Though, maybe not. It's all up to speculation if that needed to be said again. Let's face it, we're in YBA's endgame, and Crazy Diamond is almost certainly getting beat down. The 5th to 7th beatdown in the game, depending on whether or not you count Home Run and Road Roller. Maybe we're getting a counter where UzuKee goes, "What did you just say about my hair?" and then commits a federal crime because somebody looked at him funny. I looked at UzuKee's moves in All-Star Battle and Eyes of Heaven, but it's funny, it turns out that both of the movesets are very eerily similar to YBA's moveset. You got Form Wall, Bearing Shot, and yeah, that's about it, other than punching. I don't blame Uzu, even these guys couldn't come up with anything better. And that's like their whole fucking job! I haven't watched Diamond is Unbreakable in centuries, so yeah, I'm out of ideas. Feel free to theorize in the comments below, and I might pin you if you have a real kicker. Oh right, actually, I almost forgot Rage Mode. See, Rage Mode might be staying, seeing as Uzu has had an affinity with stands or specs that charge some sort of bar as of late. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Pluck, I'm sure you see the pattern. Except, Rage Mode isn't staying on Time Stop stands. If there's anything YBA players have wanted consistently, even more than free spec storage, well, it's probably a Lucky Arrow code, but if we're talking permanent game additions, then it is clear as day that everybody just wants a Time Stop rework. See, the thing about Time Stop is that it's a true combo. A true combo means a combo that can't be escaped or countered in any way, shape, or form. And if you don't have a Time Stop resistant stand, well, the combo ends up truer than Honest Abe. Tons of M1s that you can't even dream of blocking. Maybe throw some knives in there and by the end you're either dead or hoping you already were dead. So Paragon dreamt up a little bit of a solution for us Chos. And bear in mind, this is one of the few polls that will 100% make it into the game, according to Uzu. Don't know when, don't know where, but it will make it. Here's the deets. Time Stop on all stands will have a set duration that can't be upgraded, that being 5 seconds on Star Platinum, the World, and the World AU, and 7 seconds on Star Platinum, the World, and the World Over Heaven. Rage stands will no longer rely on Rage to stop time. The Time Stop resistance upgrade will now all give 1 second of movement during other people's stop time. However, Time Stop mastery upgrades will no longer boost the amount of time you can move during stop time. And finally, the base damage cap will be 25% and could be upgraded up to 40%. This comes along with 2 addendums, both voted yes by a landslide, that you'll be ragdolled after Time Stop ends, and that Rage Mode will be removed off of every stand with Time Stop. Let that sink in. Sunk in yet? Well, it sure has for me. And oh boy, call this to the Titanic, cause I am not happy. To put it bluntly, this is a terrible excuse for a rework. When I saw Time Stop Rework 100% confirmed to be added in the polls channel, I was ecstatic. But as I kept on reading, it was like that fucking gif from Ratatouille with the guy reading and reading faster and faster. What the fuck, Paragon? I want to say this is at least better than what we currently have, but removing Rage Mode? Are you kidding me? This is just preposterous. Scandalous, unthinkable. See, the true problem with Time Stop in this game isn't that it's too OP. I mean, okay, fine, I'll admit that's part of it. But the real kicker here is that it's really fucking boring. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one seeing this, but when I play a Time Stop stand like Star Platinum the World or the World Over Heaven, I'm never like, oh boy, time to press H and win immediately. Oh, hot dog. Hell fucking no, what are you kidding me? Those 2 stands are the stands I find most boring to play, because all they are stands with built-in true auto combos. When you look at Time Stops in the anime, in the manga, they're just a lot more creative, more fruitful, and I'll say it, more frequent. I can't believe I have to say this, but Time Stop at its core is just bad game design. That's all it is. It's been bad game design since the game was released. In fact, and for some reason, and consistently in every single other JoJo game to date, not once has Time Stop ever been fun, except for the 1 week when the world released and had a 1 second cooldown on knives in Time Stop. And that's my point. As it stands, Time Stop is just an excuse to spam M1s with zero consequences. That's not fun, that's clicking on a button as fast as possible. If I wanted that, I'd go to fucking Minecraft 1.8.9 on Hypixel, sign into fucking Skywars, how about it? There's no thought put into it whatsoever. Frankly, it's really fucking boring! That's where bad game design comes in. If your move is so badly thought out that you need to put all these restrictions on it, a damage cap. I mean, are you kidding me here? How could you have a move that lets people one-shot other people with ease in seconds? So instead of fixing it, you go and patch a small damage cap on there and call it a day. I mean, mind you, a damage cap that is notorious for flat out not even working. It's like patching up the Hoover Dam with some duct tape you bought at Costco! So again, when I saw that Time Stop was confirmed to get a rework, absolutely enthralled. More thrilled than when 1.0 dropped, I tell you. But I read it, and it is literally exactly what Uzu thought up in 2 seconds. But worse! Is this some sort of joke? They are, flat out, not only decreasing the damage cap and making Time Stop even more unbearable, making it even more boring, not only pretending to fix the whole thing where you can just evade time stops, when really, you can easily jump out of a time stop in the single second that they give you, but also, they have the audacity to remove Rage Mode! We'll remove this Rage Mode, Paragon! Rage Mode was the only thing still holding up time stops for me. As I've made clear in countless other videos, I love video game mechanics that reward you for doing cool shit by giving you more abilities to do cool shit. In other words, power bars, meters, the shit in HFTF, I live for that shit. So when I played YBA for the first time and saw that I could play stands that let you go ham for 5 seconds as long as you worked for it for a good minute or two, get that rage up, put in the effort, my god, was that entertaining for a long time. To put it simply, Rage Mode gives fights in YBA a climax, a reason to keep fighting, a reason to hold on, a turning point. Sound like a cooldown for Time Stop where you have to play Ring Around the Rosie until you can just press it and win. Rage Mode gives your fight a turning point by making you put in the effort, stop running around, actually put in some damage, and when that's all said and done, and you're finally at your breaking point, you pop it. You press H, and your opponent is over. Rage Mode is, in every sense of the word, game-changing. It holds the power to change the course of any game because of the effort you put into doing so. And with that, it holds the power to change this game, the YBA game as a whole. It makes time stops feel deserved, worked for. It's an indescribable feeling to be on somebody's ass while they keep on running and running, when all of a sudden you pop your rage and end them like you were supposed to long ago. Or when you're in a close match, but you pop your rage and suddenly you come out victorious. I mean, speaking of it in that way, I realize it makes it sound pretty overpowered, and don't get me wrong, I support nerfing Time Stop, but there has to be a better way. Again, all this is a little duct tape on a hole in the Hoover Dam. Sooner or later, it's gonna give, and we'll be back to square one. So, enough blabbering. Here's my proposal. Rage Mode no longer buffs you, and it's not called Rage Mode anymore. Call it, I don't know, Energy maybe? I really don't know. Anyways, make it so that time stop is finally useful for more than M1ing. Basically, the meter goes up whenever you take damage or do damage, just like rage mode. Except, if you time stop when the bar isn't full, you stop time for a single second. Nobody else can move in this single second but you, and it has 0 windup. If you hold the button, you time stop for longer, but only up to maybe 2 or 3 seconds, and the bar goes down even more. Not long enough to do serious damage. What I want from the skill is an evasive. Remove time skip and make it this instead. It's canon, and it's a lot more interesting. You can escape combos if the time is right. You can even use it to do a little panic damage if your opponent is running away or something. You can control where your character goes a lot easier than time skip. You can just appear behind somebody and start comboing them out of nowhere. And, of course, when the bar is completely full, you get your classic time stop. 5 to 7 seconds with a full windup, but this time you can spam moves. M1s are disabled, but all of your moves have an 80% reduced cooldown. Get creative with it. Throw in whatever you can before time runs out. And when it does, oh boy. If you're thinking, Anzi, that sounds overpowered. Well, yeah, you might be right. But that's what balancing is all about. Work out how much the charge rate should really be and how big the meter should be. And finally, time stops can be put to rest. What confuses me about this whole dilemma is that everybody seems to be completely fine with having rage mode removed from time stop stands. So if you disagree, make sure to get your voice heard in the comments below and vote on it in the YBA polls channel. Maybe we can make a difference. Of course, as always, don't harass anybody involved. Paragon and Uzu are just doing their jobs. Be it not very well. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and join my Discord to stay up to date on the latest YBA news. And I'll see you all next time. Sayonara.